Hi everyone, I'm Inane Babbler and welcome back to RimWorld. Last episode, we had started to settle back in our people after merging our two different settlements and got into a couple of fights, went and raided something. We're going to go ahead now and finish converging Howut, or Howut. Howut? Yeah, Howut is his name. Finish converting him, recruiting him. He should be recruited pretty quickly, and he's going to then become one of our main crafters. We also decided to test out Tiffy with her new mech link as the one with a little army of Militors, and just the one did really well. So I'm wondering how 5 is going to do. I know that the battle's going to get harder and stuff, but it's if one of them gets damaged or killed, I care way less than one of our colonists getting one shot in the head, like Phil did a few episodes ago. We're also going to move our pen, our animal pen, but I'm not exactly sure where I want to move it. I initially said I wanted to move it here because there's sand, and I was just going to put straw on top of it anyway. But I feel like they need a place to graze, if anything. I really do. They need a place where they're going to want to graze. And so I'm going to look for opportunities of where that's going to be. I could plant dandelions, like I did here. They grow fairly quickly, actually. Dandelions grow was 2.5 days, I think. Yeah, 2.5 days, and they provide 0.25 nutrition. So if I had a big field of that, that wouldn't be, too big of a problem. Okay, so what are the goals? The goals for this episode: move our animal pen, get that all set up. I also want to use all this cloth that I have to make carpets in people's rooms. I'm really kind of sick of having to deal with the Ideologian debuffs that everybody has, because there's like 4 different Ideologians in here in this town, and so they're always unhappy because a role is not fulfilled or this is not done or whatever. So I think I'm gonna really just try to do things like let's get a pen up and running where we can take care of animals when we have too many, and after butchering them we can make more fine meals instead of just simple meals. That's kind of where I'm thinking we need to end up. All right, so let's see, what do we want to do? We have a new quest, so let's take a look at that. Quest available: our gargantuan blueprint. Praetor Nakpas Nikva of the Exodus Empire is requesting that you build a monument. Okay, so this monument is 19 by 11. We need 596 metal, wood, or stone. It looks like... Actually, we need more than that. We need 596 of metal, wood, or stone, and then another 556 of sandstone blocks or granite or whatever. After we complete it, we'll have to protect it for 74 days. If any of it is destroyed, then we're going to get attacked by not a good thing at all. A centipede, a militor, a pikeman, a scorcher, and all that. What's the benefit? The benefit is we can get an assault rifle that's a masterwork, and a uranium spear that's a masterwork. That's legendary, actually. That does 12.78 melee damage, and that would be perfect for somebody like Reg. So if we look at Reg, let's look at his bio real quick. Reg has a burning passion for melee. Problem with melee is I don't know of a way to increase it without actually getting into fights, I think. But he's an 8. I think he's our highest. Oh no, Fluff is our highest, but she's our doctor. There's no way we're putting her in harm's way. Savannah, Martin. Yeah, so Reg, I've been wanting to make Reg the melee guy. Give him heavy armor. Give him this spear. And then he could rush into battle along with somebody like Tiffy and the Militors. And really just kind of help that situation out. So I think we're gonna accept this, but we need to see what are the blocks that we need. We have a bunch of marble chunks. Are we going to make it out of marble? I think that would be 320. I think we'll probably just make it out of marble. Let me just shuffle these around a little bit to make more marble immediately whenever we need it. Marble up here. Alright, where is that quest? The quest is here. We're going to accept it for those items, especially the assault rifle. Pod is going to arrive. It's going to land right here and give me a marker. There's the marker. We need to protect it for, was it 44 days? Let me just, I want to double check, make sure it's in my brain, right? No, we have to protect it for 74 days, not 44, 74. We have to complete construction within 22. That's going to be a breeze. So this is a big monument. Now, since I know we're not going to have the starship built within 74 days, I almost feel like we put it where we think the starship is going to be. And that way we can protect it, and then when we get around to it, we just get rid of it. So I think that let's do that. Let's just put it here. Perfect. We're going to use marble. We're going to use marble for the whole thing. Is this marble? Yeah, that's marble. So let's haul some marble. 148 chunks. That's a little excessive. Let's zoom in a little bit. Double click. 49 chunks. That's good. That's 980 blocks, I believe. I think it's 20 per chunk. That will satisfy everything that we need. Okay. All right, so that's once this constructoid gets this thing plopped down right here, then we can pick up those chunks too. We're gonna say we want to place blueprints. This is all blueprints with marble blocks. That's all. Easy, done. They'll work on that. I'll check on that as we go along. We have to get it done within 22 days, and if we don't, we're gonna fail. Okay, so that's done. Next thing, we did build our base a little bit haphazardly at first because, again, we didn't know exactly where we were going to end up. We were really struggling when we branched out to this side here. We needed more power, and we just didn't have enough food. Everything was bad. Now we're good with food, and everything's okay. The one thing that I don't like that we have over here is the squirrelin tree. I wish we didn't have it. If we had another pod, I'd probably plant one. That's a squirrelin seed right there. Huh. I may get rid of this tree. So I'm going to explain why. And this may not actually turn out to be what I do, but I'm just going to explain what I'm thinking. And you could leave in the comments if I said something that was not very smart or whatever. Or if it was. When they go back to their room, they have to go to sleep. To go to sleep or rest or whatever. They're then having to go, if let's say it's Fluff is over here, and then she wants to go and craft, she has to come all the way over here. It's almost like we should really have a more centralized spot for things. And the bedrooms are far. I feel like they're too far away. This mech gestator. This is like prime real estate in the middle of the base. It's currently gestating something, sure. But after it's done gestating the Militor or whatever it's doing, I'm not going to need it again. Same thing with the subcore encoder. That should be in the crafting room. It shouldn't be with the mech room. I didn't really know what I was doing with the mech stuff. So like the mech rechargers, those I could kind of place wherever. And so basically this mech room does not need to be here in the prime real estate area of the base. Likewise, the research area, same situation, same problem that I have. It's in the middle of the base, and it's just not where it should be. So what I'm struggling to think about is, you know, how many beds do I want to have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 10 rooms. Currently, I have 8 colonists. I'm about to have a 9th when we get this guy. I think I'm okay with keeping it around 10. This was a double bed because that's what Phil and Andro were before they both died. So that's double beds. I understand that. Each of these rooms is mediocre at best, and so that's not making them very happy. I think I could do better. I think I can make the rooms better. So like this one's decent because it has. If it had a rug in here and a carpet, it would be even better. So I'm feeling like what I want to do is I want to take like these 4 bedrooms over here on the right and shift them to here. Okay? And that'll make the bedrooms more central to kind of where the base is. Then I want to think about the gathering room. Now again, this is me. I know I'm overcomplicating things, so maybe I'm not going to do it all. But this is there's a big freezer right here with a whole ton of food, a whole bunch of food. There's a dining room right here. And so maybe I'll just keep that and be okay with that. But I could move the freezer quite easily to right here. To where the hospital currently is. And I could move the dining room to here. Now, why I would do that is because like the mech room doesn't need to be here. The storage room for the armory doesn't need to be here. The comm room, it could, you know, over here is fine. We don't really need it. And then what I would do, the whole point of why I'm even doing all of this or thinking about any of this, is because then I can take Daesh is having a tantrum. I don't know why though. Said she had a meal. Alright, whatever, Daesh. Just relax. This surface is rough sandstone, but this is all soil. And so, you know, what I was thinking I could do is move this storage area to a more central location, you know, to somewhere over here, maybe on the right side or something. And then make this basically the pen. Now, not with the sand or whatever. Maybe this would be the pen. You make the pen, you plant dandelions, the agrahans are doing it. We have hay grass somewhere else, maybe. This is a big project. Too big, probably, honestly. Oh, the other thing that was spurring me to do this, by the way, is I need more power. I know I'm going to need more power. And I think 4 geothermals, that will then be plenty. It better be. And so I wanted to extend the base a little bit. What do I want to do? Alright, let's do what we do, though. Plan things out and start thinking about it. We have resources. I'm gonna while I'm doing this, I'm actually gonna up the marble blocks and everything. Why is this paused? Unpause. All of this should be unpaused. Oh, it was unpaused because I had that to 100. I want, I don't know, 600 of everything. And when we hit 300, we'll come back to it. What's this say? Foremost immolation. 5th of Jugus is the date of the foremost immolation, but since the high academic roll is inactive, the Justicars will skip the foremost immolation. Okay. Oh, and the other thing is, any area that I'm not actually going to be like utilizing, I'm going to cover with sandstone, flagstone, so that way they walk at 100% speed instead of 87%. All right. So let's do what we do before we actually build anything. Let's plan some things out here. Take a quick check of the world. Make sure I'm not missing any events, though, quickly. This is some auto pistol thing that I haven't done for a long time. But we'll be okay. They are building this. Okay, so they're plugging along on that. I'm not even going to worry about that. We have plenty of marble. Okay, great. Like even that's a waste. Like, this is a waste right here. The chunks being here and the stone cutters being here, that's a waste. Or certainly the chunks being here is a waste. I could have, in this room, I could have one of each chunk or two of each chunk, make the lifters move it around and have the repository for chunks somewhere else. That's the way I need to start thinking about all of this. We need to be efficient if we're going to survive building the starship and having everybody come here and attack us 30 different raids or however many different raids it's going to be. All right, so let's lock some things in. This is the current crafting room. Right here. I think that room looks fine as far as like what we need. We need two of each thing. We have 2 fabrication benches, a stylus, styling station, and then 2 machining tables, a smelter, and all that. Okay, this is a smithy, right? Yeah, smithy. What do smithies make? Smithies make plate armor and whatnot. I think we'll be okay. I think we're okay with one. Where's our advanced components? Where's our advanced? We had multiple. I need to find out where they went first. Did she destroy them? She was attacking them. There's no way she destroyed them. We must be using them for something else, I think. Alright, not gonna worry about it. Planning. Focus on planning. What do we want to move? I think I want to make this a dining room instead of a lab. Something like that for a dining room. Just temporarily go with me on that. Dining room. This becomes a freezer. Does this become the kitchen? Down here? If that becomes the kitchen, then this room turns and becomes the medicine area, the medicine stockpile. Which means really the only thing that needs to move is this this stone cutters area needs to move, like I was just kind of talking about. That needs to move. So if I make the dining room there, I think I need a new microphone because sometimes it sounds like I'm saying thumb thing, but I'm really saying something, and hopefully those two words didn't just sound the same right there. Something with an S as in Sam, not thumping as a dump as in thump. All right. What's the point? Right? Okay, so that always has to be what we are saying. What's the point? Why are we even thinking about moving any of this? Oh, the other thing is too, as part of this, I think I'll probably start with this, to be honest, is the kill zone. This is our kind of kill zone. I confirmed that unless they have a mortar and they're on foot, if they are on foot, they're gonna come to the only break that they see in the wall. There's no break in the wall except for here. So I can make this however I want. And they're gonna funnel their way this way. I am sure there's a million different ways to do this that would be more effective than what I'm doing, but this is basically how I'm gonna do it for now. Tiffy, you gotta get that gestator, that Militar out of there. One's done for you already. Okay. I actually kind of like that idea of for example, for the stone chunks. For the stone chunks, I know that I'm just going to need to have a spot for like some chunks right here. But move all these chunks to like, I don't know, wherever. It doesn't even matter. Put them over here. The lifters will move everything. Same thing with the cloth and the devil strand. There's no reason why I can't have right here cloth and devil strand or whatever, smaller area and all the overstock somewhere else, and then I move the stone cutters in here or something like that. It just needs to be more efficient. I don't really want to do any of that though. I don't really want to do any of it. I think I want to chop down this tree at some point. All right. What are we trying to do here? You know what? I think the only move that I may make is, for the time being, I don't think I need to make any of these moves. I know I was just talking about all that. I don't think I need to make any of these moves except to get the pen moved into a spot where they can graze. At least somewhat try to graze. So maybe that's here, or whatever the case may be, and I move this, and that's fine. That's easy. It's just moving things. Why is Fluff trying to construct a marble table? Oh, she's at this thing. She wasted marble. Come on, Fluff. Yeah, so let's do what I said I was gonna do, and that's wait. Okay, Martin, relax. I think what I want to do, this will be a good idea. I'm saying that about myself, but it's true. This is going to be a good idea. If I move the stone cutters... Oh, good. Prisoner Hawat's resistance has been broken. He'll start to get recruited. If I move the stone cutters... The reason they're in their own room is because they're dirty. They create a lot of dirt. If I move the stone cutters into this room, right here, maybe even like that, I can see that being how we do that. Maybe we move a gestator into here as well, and then this becomes the charging station. I do still think I need to move. Who's fighting? Okay. Deconstructing all this. Yeah, I'm envisioning that. I'm envisioning... Let me just explain it a little bit better. I'm envisioning the stone cutters being in this room. Shrink that zone. Actually, I want to go the other way. We need to stop taking no auto door as an answer. We need auto doors going forward. Everything needs to be an auto door. We are a semi-rich colony, and we should have auto doors. All right. We're going to move the stone cutters. I think right up against the machining table. That's the plan, at least. Right like that. All right, let's get a tool chest. Wonder if these tool chests will reach to this. To the stonecutters thing. Maybe. These two to that? I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, the steel art bench. Definitely have to do it better with lighting as well. For now, it's kind of a little bit of a mess. And that's just going to have to do for now. It's okay. Oh, we have some butchering to do. Who's our main butcher? Martin, you should be. He is butchering. Oh, he is. Okay, good. Wow, it's nice when something goes to plan. How much do you get from a little chicken? A little rooster? 41 chicken meat, it says. We kind of have enough to cook fine meals. Like a lot more fine meals. Let's keep 50 fine meals in stock. $50.39. Simple meals, $169. $50. 39. Okay, meals are set up. Good. That little kitchen really has supported this entire colony. Okay. Our main freezer. Notice the word that I just added there. Main freezer. I said this, I gave this idea so long ago when we first started playing, maybe the second or third episode, that I wanted to possibly put a smaller freezer somewhere else in the town, so that way people didn't always have to come here to eat. So that's I'm gonna make a very, very, very small, we'll call it a break room, okay? Because this is their little work area, right? They're going to work for the day. This is like the main restaurant that we'll have to make nicer because it's not a good restaurant. But this is the main restaurant. This is the recreation afterward. Okay, we have a new recruit. Hang on. Hold the presses. Crossley has recruited Howat. We're going to call him Howat from now on. Howat. We'll call him How. Howu. Howu? What's his middle name? Does he have a middle name? His name is Howyut Kinkalash. Alright, we'll call him Howyut. He's a 17 in animals. We know we want him to be the main crafter, so I'm not really going to think about that. We're going to put him as firefighting number 1, patient number 1, like everybody else, bed rest 2, basic stuff we'll give him. That's fine, he'll be a 2. Well, basic stuff, no. Basic stuff will make everybody a 1. Because I never do it anyway. Basic things are like flicking switches, opening containers, changing dryad types, unskilled and easy tasks. So I'm gonna leave this as a 1, because if I flick a switch, I want someone to do it. I was thinking Howie. But his name's not even spelled like Howie. It's Howuytt. Alright, we'll call him Howie. I could change his name, but I'm not going to. We'll just make his nickname. Actually, his nickname. We could make his nick. I didn't realize we could do this. We could make his nickname Howie. Will that show? And I can give a title. His nickname is he's Howie now. Okay. I didn't realize I could change their titles. Howie. Okay. Howey. Howie. All right, Howie. And his title is Hunter. So I've played this game for, I don't know, how long has this run been? 100 hours, 90 hours, something like that? It's probably close to 100 hours, if not 100 hours. And I didn't realize that you can click here and change their title to be whatever you want. And then that displays on the bottom left where it says Howie Hunter. That's his default title. I could make him Howie, like, you know, craftsman or something like that. Because sometimes I'll be like thinking to myself, What do they do again? Who are they? So if I have trouble, that's what I'll do. Anyway, Howie. Howie. You don't want to do hunting? I understand. Construction. You're going to be our craftsman. So Fluff is our main tailor. Why she's not tailoring now? I think probably because we have everything we want. We kind of have everything. Why isn't Fluff tailoring? Is she tailoring? Oh, she's making pants right now. Perfect. Okay, so that's working just fine. So Howie's going to be our secondary crafter for tailoring, but our primary for regular things like fabricating components and other things. He also loves and has a burning passion for art. We'll put that as a 3. So if he's done with all tailoring and smithing and crafting, he will do that. And then handling, I want him to be a 3. He's 17 in that. So we're going to need his help with that. Okay. How's our food situation? Not great. Where's our food? These guys don't have any food. Where's Kibble? Daesh is butchering. There's a lot of meat right there. I think Daesh is now making kibble. Okay, that's working out perfectly. One of the lifters should take this. Lifter is hauling kibble. They are all going to go crazy as soon as he drops this kibble. They're not. Not as ravenous as I thought they were. Okay, so they're hungry, but they're not like... Some of them are fine. Like there's 45 kibble left. Okay, so keep making kibble. Daesh is making so much kibble, she's actually hauling it and then milking the cow. I think, did I say to drop the kibble? I did. So I didn't realize that they would decide, oh, I'm walking that way anyway, I'll haul the stuff that way. Okay. Expand this zone for now. We're going to do that. And we're going to do that. And that. Howie is cutting stone blocks. That's fine. We need it for this monument. I think I went a little bit crazy with the stone blocks, so let me reduce it. Not 600. It's the max. We'll do 400. That's fine. Because when you need them, and it's 5 blocks per wall. So 400 is only 80 walls, and that's like a 9x9 room. So that's I'm not going to go lower than that for now. It's actually a 7x7 internal room, but 9x9 for the walls. All right. What was I doing before Howie got recruited? I was looking at this room. Tiffy is repairing the Agrahan. What happened to the Agrahan? He got a crack from a wild boar tusk. There's 2 Militors. And they should be part of Group 2. And tell them to recharge. I need more chargers. That's okay. We know. We know. Can you only have 2 groups? 2 control groups? Let me look at research real quick. I'm not getting off topic, I promise. Standard mech tech. Basic mech tech. It's control pack. A backpack containing mech control assist computers that allows a Mechanator to control 1 additional control group. Yeah, but that requires I have a backpack. I'm not going to do that because if I lose it, it's going to be a whole problem. And a band node, a mechanoid band signal amplifier. Band nodes must be tuned. This will add 1 bandwidth to that Mechanator's total bandwidth, allowing them to control more mechanoids. Is that just a building? If that's a building, I'm going to do it. Let me just see here what it is. I already know how to do it. Band node. Okay, so it's just an amplifier. Oh, okay, cool. All right, so that would increase their ability to have a mech, but +1 mech. I'll make that at some point. And then there was something else I saw, an AirWire headset. A simple head-mounted comms computer that slightly enhances a Mechanator's control bandwidth. This allows them to control more mechs. But again, that's headgear. I don't want anything that's on the person. Just so you know, the reason why I'm hesitant is because if they're wearing a control pack, if they're wearing a headset and it gets damaged or whatever, once there's a mech that's not in their control any longer, it can go feral. And although these things are not very, they're hardy. They may not do a lot of damage, but they can. They're hardy. And then we're going to wind up destroying it when we really don't need to. The next thing is the standard mech tech. Signal chip, a mechanoid band synchronization micro-organ is necessary to produce certain advanced types of mechanoids. A Mechanator can study this chip to help unlock higher tiers of mech tech research. Same kind of situation here too. We have what's a control sublink? A neural implant which gives a Mechanator an additional control group. Additionally, the sublink slightly increases the work speed. Do we have a band amplifier or anything like that? What's a mech band antenna? It's out a powerful mech signal which will attract an ultra-heavy feral mechanoid to attack with its escorts. If you can defeat it, you can collect special technologies from its corpse. Alright, I'm not thinking I want to do that. A mech... What is this? A mech commander helmet. If you wear that, you get 6 more mechs. Yeah, that's getting a little crazy. Okay. Well, we're at least going to have 2 of those other things that I was just referring to, the band nodes, because that will help. And in fact, I think the next mech I want to make is actually probably a cleaner. I'm having some trouble with some dirt in places. Okay. What are we doing? We moved the Stonecutter's table, we moved those, ready? What was that thing? Need meditation spot. Okay, well, let me give you a meditation spot. Isn't there? It's an ideology, probably. Nope. Oh, it was right next to it. Right next to party spot. Meditation spot. Meditate right here for now. Okay. Major break risk. Tiffy, why? Your mood's in the toilet. Because you're having to maintain this thing too much? Is that what it is? Let's lower it. Make it 40%. Stonecutters right there. Is this connected already? Oh, these two tool chests are already connected to the stonecutters. Perfect. I was worried that they weren't. So is everything 112% speed? Yep, everything that can be is 112%. I wonder if these two are overkill. Probably not. Probably wouldn't reach. These two wouldn't reach over that way, so... Okay, we'll keep it there. Great. Stub core encoder. Let's move that. We only need one subcore encoder, I think. So far, so good with the food for the animals. We have quite a few animals. I'll just show you real quick. I mean, these are all our animals, every single one of them. Muffalo are going to outpace dromedaries. Once we get to that point, we're getting rid of dromedaries. We'll keep two, we'll keep a male and a female just in case. We might just get rid of all of them though, since they are natural to here, and we could tame more if we need to. But muffalos are far superior. Okay. Back to it. Building your little things here. Good, good. I only need one subcore encoder, I think. So I'm just gonna move it. This mech gestator is something I would have to deconstruct. How many components is it? It's 3. I don't really need... I don't need another one. Another subcore. We'll just keep it right here. Just one. I don't want it there. Huh. Band nodes are there. Those can go anywhere, though. Who knows where I'm going to put them? I'll put them somewhere, though. So a subcore encoder is a crafting table. So let's put it somewhere. Let's put it here. Let's put it right here in this corner. We only need one. Mech rechargers. I might just make that whole room mech rechargers. Now, it's not lost on me the fact that I'm talking about all this recharging and everything, and I'm going to have a lot more waste packs. So the next thing I need to research after this marine armor, I need to figure out how to make a waste pack atomizer. That's got to be one of my next goals. Maybe this isn't the right orientation for these things. You know what? It's not. Let's get this moved around. This monument's about a third done. Dias tried to convert Savannah. You sitting here researching stuff? You're trying to convert him? Dias, you're part of the raid ideology. They're actually the dominant ideology now. Well, no, I'm sorry. Wavian Creed has 3. Raid ideology has 3 also. Alright, we're going to move this stuff around, make this a little bit nicer. Fluff is viewing art. I should actually, you know what? I should be putting art that Crossley is making. I should be putting them in everybody's room as she makes them. I'll have to remember to do that. No, what? No. Just reinstall it. Don't do what you're just doing. Crazy mech. Alright, now this one I could put like that. And this one I could put like that once that one moves. Yep. Go like that. And then I can put a mech gestator, maybe? Electric smithy. Hesitant to not have a second one. Feel like I should. It's a little bit of a mess in here right now. trying to decide if I want to shift these up or down, or left and right. I want to make this an efficient room again. They really don't need very much when it comes to it as far as walkway. Okay, that's fine. They just need like one little unit, one wide, one width. So if we do that like that. It's like that. That won't work like that, actually. Marine armor has been researched. Build marine armor, general use powered armor suit used by high-tech shock troops. Next thing we want to do is waste pack atomizer. We have to study a nanostructuring chip. If we look at nanostructuring chip, it says a molecular restructuring mechanoid microorgan is necessary to produce certain advanced mechanoids and equipment. A mechanitor can study this chip to help. We already talked about this. But how do we research it? I think we need to do a quest. That was that thing that it was talking about. It is a signal chip, right? Yeah, there's a quest here. I think I saw that. An available quest. Or an active quest. There was a quest that we had somewhere that you could summon something. It was something where if we used it, it would summon like this crazy mechanitor or something like that. That's not it. It's not in here. Let's check the quests again real quick. This is not it. It's data, hack, royal ascent, active. This is the blueprint we're doing, the hunting thing, hunt for the relic, the dusty compound, which is the thing that's close by to get the free auto pistol. Okay. I know I could choose a mech color. Do I care? No, I'll keep it how it is. Well, hopefully I come across whatever that was. Maybe it was an item that I found on a trader or something like that. Why would I do that? Am I overthinking this? Probably, right? Don't I usually? Alright, what else do we need here? Production, what have we missed? We have a tailor. I want to do another tailoring station because we're going to need it. We're falling behind on keeping people dressed the right way. So that's got to be a base thing that we do. What else? Biofuel refinery. Nope. Okay, there's power in the jail. Thank you. We can flick that off and that will save us. We have 30 lamps, or 30 watts per lamp. And there's 9 lamps, so that's 270 watts of power, and then also the cooler. So 470 watts was being used until I shut that off. Somebody's going to come flick this, I bet. We need more mech chargers for sure. Alright. Okay, taking a look. Who's in major break risk? Crossley, what's going on with you? Oh. Oh. Okay, so Crossley is part of the raid ideology. They don't like when you slaughter animals. Their mood is, all 3 of them are going to be really not in a good mood, since we are killing chickens and whatnot. I just can't catch a break with these ideologians. Can't we all just be the free path? Can't we all just do something that's not something that's gonna turn everything crazy? I'd accept people just to Wavian Creed at this point. Just everybody become Wavian Creed and that's it, everybody's happy. I don't know how to even... Who's the leader? Zega, of all people? Zega, give a speech or something. Begin leader speech. I don't know what that really does. Does that... Will this actually impact them? Let's do it. Let's just see what happens. I don't know what this is going to do. Zega is giving a leader speech. If all goes well, listeners will feel inspired and gain respect for Zega. If it goes poorly, the speech will do social damage. Positive effects are reduced for non-ranch Sionists. That's what a Wavian Creed person is called. Alright, let's see if this has any impact on their ideology. We have been fighting the ideologian issue for, I don't even know, the whole game, half the game. Oh no. Shah, our monkey from the beginning, has developed a heart condition. Having a heart attack. Oh. How do we help her? Well, everybody's at this leader speech now. Uninspiring leader speech. It was uninspiring, unoriginal, droning, and lacking any sense of passion. Oh, jeez. Okay. But let's look at the... Here it is. Yeah, no, it does not impact their certainty or anything like that at all. In their current religion. I feel like arresting everybody and just like trying to break them somehow. I don't even know how to do any of that. Fluff, can you help Shah? Poor Shah. Okay, well, Fluff, stop the heart attack. That's a sign of things to come with the other people in here, isn't it? Alright, what are we doing next? You guys need to finish this pretty soon, huh? 6 days? No, 19 days, yeah. I need sandstone. Why aren't they making sandstone? They're busy doing everything else, that's why. You can't do an operation on Shah. So where's Shah? Let me just show. If I go to Shah, normally how you do an operation on somebody is you go to health, you go to operations, and you add a bill. And for this, we could euthanize, anesthetize, sterilize, perform a surgical inspection, administer yayo, or administer wake up. But you can't actually, like, you know, install a new heart or anything like that. So Shah's probably going to die in a couple of years. She's 24, her life expectancy is 30. So a few more years. Internal doors are always going to be wooden. They open the fastest. Okay. Trying to think how I'm gonna move this stuff around. Well, I'm kind of hesitating right here. Tiffy needs to complete this Mechanosaur, so what's she doing? She's pruning this Goromlin tree. That Goromlin tree is kind of annoying. Where's the Militor? This Militor is... Oh, this Militor number 1 is dormant self-charging. Did I tell it to do that? I think because I have it set to charge, that once they charge to 100%, they went to charge, do a self-dormant charging somewhere. Well, that's good. It's exactly what I wanted it to do. Alright, well, I think I want another smithy, because I know I'm going to need the armor. Let me just check if there's any other production tables here that I might want. There, here. Howie, what's wrong with you? You're probably mad about this, the slaughtering, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Why are you sweaty? You don't need to be sweaty. Go get some, go get a duster. Don't we have any dusters in this place? Fluff, what are you doing, Fluff? Come on, Fluff. Okay. Zega's on a food binge. Okay. I moved the smithy here because eventually I'm going to put one here, probably. But for now, I'll just leave it alone because I don't want to waste the power. I do want those band nodes, though, so that's the next thing I'm going to do really quickly. Biotech, band node. We'll put them to right here. 1. Why can't I put it? Must not be placed close to another band node. So we can't put it right next to each other? Okay, fine. All right. What was going to be next? I think another mech charger I'll need. This can become the more of the mech charger room. A gestator is fine. Being there, we only need one. Once they're done, they're done. Just need to be patient. So we can make another mech charger. We'll probably need another 2, so we'll do that like that. Major break risk, and I thought I heard either something repairing or something about to blow up. Oh, it's this being repaired. Scared me for a second there, Constructoid. Okay, good. Now, next thing is where are we putting this Goronlin tree? I think we're going to move it. I mean, we can't move it. We're going to plant another one, is really what I meant to say. We plant one. It doesn't like to be by buildings or walls. But it won't mind being up here. Why is it flashing? Lauren has food poisoning. Of course he does. He always has some sort of issue. If I put this right at the edge of the map, that's actually a good thing for me. Yeah, let's chop down this Goronlin tree. Somebody's gonna plant this other one. It'd be nice if we had an ostrich, right? Who's gonna plant this one? Reg, plant that one right. Oh, we're being. What is this? Whoa, 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 whoa. Cancel everything. What's happening? A mechanoid combat cluster is landing nearby. The cluster will be initially dormant, so you can take time to decide how to attack it. It may remain dormant until disturbed, or it may have a timer or proximity activators. Even dormant mech clusters aren't harmless. A dormant cluster may assemble mechanoid attackers from time to time, or have some broader negative effect that must be dealt with eventually. Where? What's going on, guys? Why did you have to do this? That's a lot of pods. What is this? What is all this? There's a Scorcher. There's a countdown activator. We need to pause. Okay. We have a Smoke Spewer. An auto-charge turret. A mini slugger turret. What is this big thing? A centipede gunner? Can I just get a couple of mortars or something? I mean, I have my mortars. Can I make more mortars? Do I have the ability to make mortars? I think this is a smart idea. I'm making 2 more mortars when I'm able to, and I'm gonna bomb whatever I can. This auto charge turret, the range on that is crazy, but I don't need to approach it. It's these other guys I need to worry about. So if I get the centipede gunner while it's kind of far away, I can work on these other things at some point. Okay, let's try that. Let's see. How do we make a high explosive shell? Connect the Goronlin tree. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. The Goronlin tree got chopped down. I knew it was going to happen. Where's the seed? Reg. I told you to drop it. I know I did that. They probably brought it back in here, is my assumption. Did they? Where's the seed? guys? What'd you do with the seed? Reg, you had it in your pocket. Reg. Is it still in his pocket? No, it's not. Where are you, Goron seed? Did it wind up in a different stockpile? Would it be funny if they ate it? There it is. There it is, right there. Somebody put it in the freezer. Okay, it's been planted. Tiffy. Tiffy cannot connect to a Goronland tree because her connection was recently torn. It doesn't say when she'll be able to do it again. That's fine. It's whenever. Martin is crawling to bed. Martin has become the new Phil. Getting downed, like, even anything that goes wrong, he gets downed. Okay, band node. Tune this one to fluff. Tune this one to Tiffy. There's no way they can have more than one, can they? There's no way. I think they can. So for 300 watts of power is really what the trade-off is here. You can have another slot in your bandwidth. We need another clean sweeper. That's part of our problem here. I mean, the hospital is even a mess right now. Bulk goods trader. It's a trade. It's a ship. Okay, bulk goods trader actually means that they might buy this leather. I want to move the leather. I don't need any of this leather here. Let's see how quickly they move it. Come on, load up the leather. Eating a fine meal gives you +5. We have all fine meals, so they should all be eating fine meals. We have 50 of them, 48. We have 4 chargers now. We have 2 militars that are fully charged and they're just laying there so that they don't waste their charge. Okay, grass is good. They're moving this leather not as fast as I want them to. I don't want to take anybody else off of their tasks, but I need them to move the leather more quickly. Savannah's playing chess. Crossley's using a telescope. She doesn't know what she's looking at. Howie is making high explosive shells. Who's making the mortar, though? Now, he's prioritized as a smith, which is what I want him to be, to fabricate things. So, Howie, you need to... Oh, can Howie not make components? Howie can't make components. Did we lose the person that can make components? There's no way that happened. I think that happened. That's a big problem. That's actually a very, very, very big problem. Uh-oh. We can't make components right now. Okay. Can I put more of these orbital trade beacons in other places? Like, can I put them in all of my... I can. I actually can. I could put them in all of my storage places. Alright, I have to remember that. That's how I'm going to do that then. Okay. She's calling General Industries. You have any components? You do. Good, because I need all of them. And you're able to buy pig skin, light leather, lizard skin, plain leather, camel hide, panthera, fur, wolf skin. You also want cloth and everything else. Do you have anything that I want? Not really. Plasteel. We're going to get 19 components and 1 advanced component. Good, we need that for the mortar. Okay, we need steel, and we need to build those 2 mortars, and then we gotta get going. Okay. Martin started a fight with Zega and knocked out Zega. They just don't get along. All right. We are, I think, Crossley is insanely rambling. How do you make it a trade beacon? 1 component. I am low on steel. Can you believe it? I am low on steel. Do we even have any steel left? Will that reach? I can't be low on steel. I have it right here. I have a smelter and everything. Yeah, I have. Nobody's using it because nobody has a chance to. Who uses a smelter? Okay, that's why. Because I have Howie prioritizes Smith, Bluff prioritizes Taylor, and then yeah, she's gonna have to move up to crafting because I need her smelting. Anyway, so I have Clean Sweeper that's being charged, and another one that's literally gestating right now. Will be done in a day. It was bad timing, but I knew we needed 2 cleaners. Alright, these mortars are done. I have a decision to make. I could either attack this thing. When are they waking up? That might actually define what I do. They're going to wake up in 4 days. If I can get this monument done before then, we'll have a masterwork assault rifle at our disposal, which is going to probably help us. Marble blocks. Do we have enough marble blocks? We don't. We're not going to be able to make it. Not make that quick enough. That's okay. We will deal with it. I want Fluff to make that made 15 steel. And I want her to make this. An orbital trade beacon. So we don't have anybody who can make components. No, I want you to make... She made the beacon. Okay, she made the beacon. Tiffy, get back on comms. Oh, they're out of our range. Okay, that's alright. Alright, so she is using the deep drill. Very good. Why did she choose to do the drill? Which task is it under? It must be under smithing. Or it's under mining, which is where I thought it was, but why hasn't she done that? That's been a priority for the entire time. You know why? Because now it finally has power. That's why. Alright, well, we're not going to be able to finish this monument in time. So what we're going to do is we're going to attack this thing. 3 mortars all at the same time. Fire, fire, fire. And really just kind of hope for the best. Zega, I think you're a good shot. You're an 8. You're gonna get the bolt action rifle. Fluff, you have bolt action rifle also. Martin, you need a bolt action rifle. You know what? No, you need a machine pistol. Reg, you're terrible at anything in general, but specifically when it comes to fighting, you're not that great. So let's see, what does this do? 8.27. I really don't want to give you melee, but you need it because that's the only thing you know how to use. 8.27, 7.35. What about these guys? They look kind of... What about this wooden mace? That's going to do nothing. Yeah, 632. That's bio-coded, so I can't do anything with that. Steel axe. 7. No, this steel gladius is still the best thing. So steel gladius it is. Tiffy has our sniper rifle, which really should belong in the hands of Fluff. So we're going to make that little exchange. Daesh is making kibble and has an SMG. Savannah and Howie. Howie, how about you? You're 15. Fluff? Where's Tiffy, Fluff? There she is. She's coming. Tiffy? Your sniper rifle? Fluff's gonna get that. And you're gonna get your bolt action rifle. Okay. We're gonna have Zega man a mortar, Fluff man a mortar, Tiffy man a mortar. They're all long range people. We're going to, after that happens, we're going to draft everyone else to get to this entrance here. Because they're all short range. Because I think what's going to happen is as soon as we attack, it's going to be crazy. Zega can't even breathe. Okay, that's whatever. Zega, where are you going? You're opening a turret. Okay, no, that's fine. That's what you're supposed to do. Alright, well, we are loading the shell. They're ready to go. We're gonna set a target. And if this goes bad, it's gonna go really bad. I really care about this centipede. That's the thing that's going to really hurt me. Now, what's the aim like on these mortars? Does it matter? We're going to find out together. Okay. We're going to unpause and we're going to hope for the best. Let's see. They're all going. They're going to shoot at the same time? They did. Okay. And for the record, I thought that each of these things was like 6 shells. Those are our only shells. So that's it. That's what we got. Let's get in position over here because we're going to need to. Let's going to watch these shells in anticipation. Their shooting skill must matter because they are not on the same track. Okay, well, we did something. We hurt something. Centipede gunner didn't get hurt at all. Oh boy. Scorcher is on its way. The centipede gunner, is it that slow? What's its range? There's no way it's that slow. You know why? It doesn't need to be fast. That's why. Because I think the only thing that can outclass it is Fluff. Oh yeah, her sniper rifle is definitely better range. Okay, so she's gonna have to... Oh, Scorcher. What about you, Scorcher? That's a short range thing. Okay, I think we'll be able to get the Scorcher quickly. So let's get in position, but stay safe. In fact, let's spread out slightly so that the Scorcher doesn't get us all at once if it does. Zega is useless actually right now. Pretty useless. Can't even move really. Okay, here comes the Scorcher. Fluff, you're not really in position where you should be. What's your range? Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. Right here. Right here, Fluff. Tiffy, move up just a little bit. You guys need to get this Scorcher before it gets to base. Fluff, you can hit it from there. You should be aiming by now. Shoot. Fire. You missed. Both of you missed. Oh boy. Guys. Okay, Scorcher's down. Scorcher's dead. Now, what is the speed of this centipede? 1.65. Tiffy, your range, I think, is the same range as it. Maybe a little longer. Oh, I don't want to do this, but I have to. Tiffy, Fluff, Howie, we have to kind of like meet it out here. Fluff, you're in a you're in the best position to get it. Need to visualize so its range is kind of there. It's gonna go crazy when it's about to attack us. I'm gonna just see if Fluff can get off a shot, and if so, great, and if not, then we're gonna back off and just try to... How about right here, Fluff? We don't need cover right now because... Well, you do need cover, actually. Yeah, get under cover. And wait till you can attack. Shoot. Go. Good shot. Only did 3% damage. Okay. This is going to hurt. this is going to hurt pretty badly. Reg, you are wearing not your armor that I gave you for some reason. We have issues with this Militor as well. Let's see if I can hit that one real quick. Oh, Fluff got it in one shot. Fluff's about to get shot at. Turn around. Go. Run. This way. Yes, yes, yes. Reg. If he should start shooting. Any second. Okay. It's a big target, so maybe that's helping. Oh boy. I want Reg to go in there. He's melee. It's at 81% speed. Maybe Reg doesn't need to go in. 77 speed. Tiffy just got hurt bad. How we take over Tiffy's spot. Reg. Go this way. Actually, Tiffy, I want you to actually just go to bed. Because you're hurt bad. You get hit again, you're gonna probably die. Okay. Reg, it's your time to shine, okay? You're doing a sneak attack. Here we go. Go, Reg. Get it. Oh, wow. He's actually hurting it pretty good. And he's not really getting hurt. He's barely hurt, and I think it's because of the armor. Okay, he's tanking it. Everybody else, you're sitting here watching. I know. I didn't tell you. I know. Try not to hit Reg. Would be nice. We got it. Oh, that was stressful. Okay. And Reg has some bruising and no bleeding. So the trick with these guys that I think is probably something that if I read somewhere, it would tell me to do this, but it seems like they're very weak to melee. So Reg, go get healed up. Everybody else healed up. Let's get healed up. Fluff, let's get you cleaning up Tiffy. Pending Tiffy. And then we're going to assess the situation. Alright, let's make sure everybody's okay. Martin. Nobody got hurt that I didn't realize or anything like that. Fluff. Zega's good. Reg is actually better than fine. Tiffy's fine. Savannah. Crossley is roaming around somewhere doing something. And Howie. Okay. So there was a centipede here. Now there's a mini slugger turret. There's 2 mini slugger turrets. Is that it? Is that the range on them? Well, that's a pretty big range. Oh, and then charge turrets. I'm going to make I'm gonna make, where is it? Are they weak to fire? Doesn't really say. I'm gonna make some more of those shells, though. Let's play it safe. Howie's throwing a tantrum. I understand. That was stressful. I get it. I just wanted you to make a turret, a high explosive shell, but you decided to not. What's wrong with Daesh? They're just really unhappy. Chemical starvation. Yeah, these raid ideology people are terrible. They get mad if you don't raid other people, and that's not what I've been doing, so. So that centipede was probably brought in, dropped somewhere. Did we shred it? We may have shredded it already. I lost track of where it was going. They may have shredded it and made it out into steel already. I have that as a priority. You know, through all of that, I forgot that I had these Militors. I had 2 Militors right here. That could have probably helped. But we were fine. We actually wound up being fine. Yeah, I actually am not... I'm thinking that's true. I'm thinking I could banish everybody that I don't want here. I really could. And then only take people that I want. It's gonna put everything to standstill, that was the problem. Okay, Fluff, when she wakes up, she's gonna start smelting metal from slag. But we need somebody that's gonna shred Mechanotors. That's always gotta be at the top. Mechanoids, not Mechanotors. What happened? Reg has dark visions. Howie's throwing a tantrum, but he's actually okay now. Bulk goods trader in a trading ship. Good, I need that. Tiffy. Radio him. What do they have for me? What are you going to beam down to me? What is this? A game of What's that called? Game of Dating from 2500 BC, this exciting yet infuriating board game can be played by 1 or 2 people. It trains intellectual skills. It's only $200 and that's another form of recreation. Cerebral play. I'll get it if I can afford it. Wow, the Muffalo wool is 100. We have 120. That's just 2 harvests, and they're $1.83 each. Camel hide we're getting rid of. Pigskin, light leather. We have a good amount of neutroamine, so we're okay there. We're gonna need to make more go juice in a little bit here. We could buy a goat doe. We could buy a Yorkshire Terrier and a goose. We don't want geese. I want all the components you have, all the advanced components you have, any plasteel that you have. And I'll trade you. You have regular steel? You have regular steel. Here's a whole bunch of dye. That's like 600 bucks I just made from that. A lot of cloth. I'm going to give you 2,000 cloth. Ooh, we even have we have a lot of devil strand. Oh, geez. Okay, 600 maybe? Because I want this steel. We're good on everything else. Okay, this is actually a good haul. We'll buy another book for the library. The Adventures of Mitsuya. Or Dice Without Anguish. How about Dice Without Anguish? They need another book. And that's all I'm gonna get. I'm not gonna get that other thing. Can I afford it? I think I barely afford it. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna get that steel. I'll get the marble version because we're fancy. Gore Hulk Assault. What? What's that mean? What is that? What is that? A group of monstrous, human-like abominations are attacking. Their bodies are ravaged by thick keratin spines which they can launch at a distance. Wait. Their bodies are ravaged by thick keratin spines which they can like a porcupine? However, their fleshy forms can do little damage at close range. They're like a porcupine. What's their range? Doesn't say. Well, that's not good. Look at these guys. New research available. Your discovery of the Gore Hulk has yielded new insights. You can now research the following anomaly projects. Bliss lobotomy. What's that? Perform a surgery that lobotomizes a person, making them happier while rendering them incapable of intellectual and skilled labor. I actually didn't know you could do this in Anomaly. You can like... Wait, is there something in here? Ghoul infusion. Perform a surgery that infuses a living person with an Architect shard, transforming them into a terrifying ghoul. Ghouls are strong melee combatants but are incapable of doing work. Ghouls will go mad if they are not fed enough raw meat. I'm not doing that. Build shard-powered structures that stimulate those nearby to prevent fatigue. The device will irritate anyone nearby. I didn't know you could do all this stuff. I don't really want to start doing anomaly stuff. So we are being attacked right now by 8 Gore Hulks that look pretty formidable. They have, I don't know what their health is. Doesn't say what their health, how many hit points they have. They move fairly quickly. 3.25. And they're going to hurt. We're going to have to figure it out, but they're going to hurt. We also have the looming threat of the mechanoids still here. They can construct new ones, supposedly. But for now, they're being quiet. And so we're already stressed. We have 3, 4, 5 people that are hurt, 2 people that are in really bad moods, and 1 person with a mental break, including our melee tank, Reg, that we're going to need to attack these guys that apparently don't do a lot of damage close up. He's our only tank. Other than the Militaurs, we don't really have anything at our disposal right now. So, that's going to be it for this episode. Join me next time when you see how, and when I see how, I'm going to figure out how to defeat both of these threats at the same time. Be sure to follow and subscribe for more inane babblings. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.